Hi friend, this is Vaibhav Kunduskar. Welcome to our YouTube channel Pharma Knowledge. And today's topic is the how to prepare for the production interview. First of all, you should know what is the BMR and what is the BPR. BMR is nothing but the batch manufacturing record, and BPR is nothing but the batch packing record. Uh, if you are see the word production, this production word is compounded with manufacturing and packing. Okay, manufacturing and packing. This whole means these two word indicate the production, entire production. Okay. First of all, we will see the what is the BMR and what is the BPR, because this is most relevant with the production. BMR is nothing but the batch manufacturing record, and BPR is nothing but the batch packing record. So in manufacturing case, BMR is used, means whatever the batches are manufactured or whatever the batches are taken, that records are maintained in the BMR. And what is the whatever the packing means packing activities are carried out, that activities is recorded in the BPR, means batch packing record. This is the main difference between BMR and BPR. So your interviewer maybe ask you what is the content of the BMR and what is the content of the BPR. In BMR, most in BMR, the EPI quantity calculation, then dispensing activities, means dispensing details, then bombs, then means processing all the processing steps, as well as the processing parameters, then frequencies. This all are mentioned in the BMR. Then a reconciliation record at different stages. This is the very basic content of the BMR, and same as the BPR. But here is the BPR is used for the packing, means all the related to the packing material, uh, means the material for packing, means dispensing record of the related to packing. Then the uh, means in process checks of the packings, then the different frequencies for the in process, then the primary packing, secondary packing details. Okay, then reconciliation record. This all the mentions in the BPR, means batch packing record. This is the very basic content of the BMR and BPR. So next question is related to the reconciliation. What is the reconciliation, or how to calculate the yield? If in college level you are calculated the product yield in the analysis, means how it is calculated, means practical yield divided by theoretical yield into 100, like the same. Means here the in case of BMR, whatever the materials are issued, or whatever the materials, means it is related to the manufacturing, uh, whatever the material are issued, that material needs to be reconciled. What is the reconcile? Reconcile means the whatever the materials are issued is, means how much it is consumed, and how much it is the return or remaining. Okay, that should be needs to reconcile. Okay, so this is the reconciliation same in case of the BPR. Okay, so that things you should know how to calculate the reconciliation, why it is important. Okay, in case of the BMR as well as the BPR. Then next is the temperature and RH, as well as the pressure differential. When your batch is ongoing, why temperature and RH is important, why it is monitored, and why the pressure differential is important, means to avoid the cross contamination. Then how the pressure differential are maintained. Then what is the frequency? This all means this all things you should know. Then next is the line clearance procedure. Means why the line clearance is carried out. Then what is the importance of the line clearance? How to, means how it is how the line clearance is carried out. Okay. So that procedure you should know as a production person. Okay. Then next is the whatever you have handle the machines, that machines make, model, then principle you should know. The next important point is the troubleshooting. Means troubleshooting means whatever the problems are coming during the manufacturing of batch or packing of batch. That time different problems is related to the machines or any other problems are coming during the manufacturing as well as the packing. So that problem, machine problem, how to overcome that problem or how to solve that problem, that is important. Means suppose if your batch is ongoing, your suppose for example your hardness is going on higher side, means it is not at optimum level. So how to control that hardness, means, and how the hardness is impacting on other parameters, so that things you should know. So then only you can control that particular parameter. Okay, likewise suppose your field width is going on higher side or out of limit, that time how to set that field weight or how to control that field weight, that things you should know. So in short, you should know the troubleshooting of the machine. This is very important point for the as a production person. Then next is the uh, you should know the all the processing steps, means all the manufacturing processing step as well as the packing stages you should know, means how the processing is carried out, which processing steps. For example suppose solid dosage form or tablet dosage form, means different granulation, dispensing, granulation, then compression, coating. Okay, these are the different steps are involved in the manufacturing. So that things, that step you should know, and how it is carried out, how to fill the BMR, means how to record it, the activity in the BMR. That things you should know. Okay. Then the which parameters need to be monitored during the taking the batch, or which parameters need to be monitored. That things you should know. Okay. So in shortly, you should know the all the processing parameter as well as the processing step as a production person. Then next is the just I already I told you should know the MOCs of the all the materials, means for example suppose punch is the OHNS or HCHC. This is the MOC for the punch. So that MOCs you should know. Then how it is clean the punch or punches of the compression machine. So that things you should know. Then next is the tooling, which types of tooling, means which types of, for example BB tooling, D tooling. Okay, these are the different toolings. Okay, so that which types of the tooling you should know. Then next is the next important thing is the in any dosage form. Okay, having some evaluation test, that evaluation test are included in the BMR. Okay, so what is that evaluation test and what is the acceptance criteria for that particular test you should know. Means for example suppose friability, how it is calculated friability, then what is the criteria for the friability, what is the hardness, then what is the limits of that hardness, what is the weight variation limits. Okay, so that all the things you should know. So this is very important, means this is a very important thing. As well as the frequency, as a production person, means having different frequency to carry out that test. That test is included in the BMR. So that frequency is vary, but at least you should know what is the frequency. So that evaluation test you should know as a production person. Then next is the QMS part, means quality management system. uh, suppose you are production person, you are production person. As a production person you should know the QMS thing. At least you should know the basic thing of QMS, means the quality management system, as like the deviation, change control, kappa. Okay, so incident. So these things you should know. Means deviation, suppose if your batch is ongoing and something your procedure is deviated or SOP clause is deviated, that time the deviation is means, the deviation, it is handled through the deviation. So how to fill the deviation, what are the details of the deviation, so that things you should know. Then what is the change process? Suppose if you want to change your means for changing your SOPs or BMR or anything else, want to change, then that time you need to the take the CCF, means change control. So how to fill that change control, what are the details of the change controls, okay, so that things you should know. Then the kappa, like with same, the how the kappa procedure is carried out, corrective action and preventive action. So that things, at least basic thing you should know as a production person. The next is the manpower handling, means the number of manpowers, means number of personnel are involved in the production activity. So how to handle the manpower, that is very important. Suppose for example, one short work, that work is required for 5 minutes and one manpower required for that particular work. So that 5 minutes work, how to complete within 1 minute, that is the skill to handling the manpower, okay. So this is the manpower handling procedure. So at least you should know the how to handle the different manpower. The next is the very important is the decision making. As a production person or any person, uh, you should build a decision making thing. Means you should have the ability to take a decision in case of a production. Suppose your batch is ongoing and some parameters are going to out of limit, or some any non conformance is happen. So that time how to handle that non conformance, or how to handle that situation, how to take the decision, that things you should know as a production person, okay. So this is very basic things regarding the production. So apart from this, there are a number of questions are asked in the interview. So likewise, you should prepare. But this is very basic things I have explained in this video. Thank you.